What's up, everybody? Rothstein here. Betting Public Sports Show, YouTube edition. How we doing today on this fine December 17th, 2021? It's about quarter to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the wet, soggy, but beautiful Queen City, a.k.a. the Republic of Cincinnati. You know, that makes it about what? Quarter till 5? Eastern time, quarter to 2, or quarter to 5 Pacific, quarter to 2 in Hawaii. But regardless of where you're listening, thank you for listening and welcome back to the show. Now, before I continue, I just want to remind you that if you feel you have a gambling problem, don't listen to this show. On this show, we discuss sports investing through sports wagering, and we don't want to be any triggers to any negative behaviors for you. So please contact your state or your local gamblers help group, and hopefully they can get you on the path to the straight and narrow. But those of you who remain, you will become profitable sports investors. All right, as you were last night. I'll explain in a minute, but before I do, I need you to do me a favor and smash up that like button. All right, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well, okay? Subscribe to this free content for me, all right? Also, leave comments, please, but hit that notification bell while you're at it, all right? But, and also, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast it's the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show. You can find it on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, TuneIn Podcasts, about 10 different places you can find it, all right? And a couple more things, all right? Don't forget, it's bucket low, like fuck it though, all right? And don't forget the hashtag. EFP, hashtag EFP, every fucking pick. That's what we're trying to hit. Every fucking pick. But even when we don't, we still bet them individually for the same amount. All right? Now, I got 4 joints for you today, all right? I got 4 joints. All right? Last night we was 2-1. The one we lost, Malcolm Sabin, PK's people, made a miraculous save. It was the top 10 play on ESPN. It was the number 1 highlight. That glove save behind his back. I could have swore that puck crossed the red line, but the replay said it didn't, so didn't count. We took the Penguins on the puck line -1.5, and they did not cover. They only won by 1. But the 2 we won, college football, we had 2 overs. We had that one team, Toledo and Middle Tennessee State, we had them going over 51, and it barely went over in like the last minute. Toledo scored a inconsequential touchdown, inconsequential to the score or to the outcome of the game, but it was consequential to us because it gave us our over. And, that second game was Coastal Carolina and Northern Illinois. That Rocco Lombardi, I like him. He hard. I like him. But yeah, we took them to go over 63. They got almost a damn 90. All right. So it went well over. But we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses. We keep going. Got about 4 for you today. All right. 3 college football from bowl games and 1 from college hoop rock. All right. Let's talk about these college football games first. I think this game starts at noon. You might want to check your local listings, noon Eastern, of course, all times Eastern, of course, on the show. You might want to check your local listings, though. We've got the Liberty Flames and the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Eastern Michigan just doesn't defend the run well enough. They can pass, and they'll give it up in the pass. Liberty can throw it a little bit. They throw for like 251 a game. Eastern Michigan gives up like 230 a game. But what's more important is that Eastern Michigan gives up over 4 yards a carry a game. Liberty runs for over 4.5 yards a carry a game. You're in trouble, Eagles, Eastern Michigan Eagles. Liberty's favored by like 9.5. I brought it back to 6 just to be safe because you don't know who's going to show up and how much they're going to show up because, everybody's on this, I'm skipping the bowl game or I ain't going to play hard in it, to preserve my NFL career. That's fine. I respect it. But we're still taking Liberty -6, all right? That's like -162 odds, all right? Also, college football, Utah State and Oregon State. Now, this is 7:30 Eastern game, the LA Bowl, okay? I love Utah State. They had a hell of a year at 10-2. Hell of a passing attack. Air raid. I don't know if they run the Tony Franklin system or not, but they got a hell of an air raid offense. All right. And conversely, Oregon State throws it a little bit. They run it a little bit better, okay? But I like Utah State covering. I think they're a touchdown, 7.5-point underdogs. I pushed it up to 12. Again, give us a little room. We're going to make some money on the game, all right? So we're going to take Utah State plus 12. And that game, the total was 68. Brought it back to 65. Okay? But we're going to take the over on that, all right? The minus 65 is like, or the over 65 is like minus 148. The plus 12 on Utah State is like plus 167, or minus 167, pardon me. Minus 167. Okay, combined, same game parlay, that's a plus 170. I don't have a same game parlay, but I have a same school parlay from two different sports. BYU, Brigham Young University. Remember, they were our darlings last year. Zach Wilson was tearing shit up, and so was this man. Tyler Algier, the running back. Think this will be a college game. Okay? Little stocky cat, about 6 feet, 230, 240. Great straight line speed, 4.5-ish. Kind of hard to bring down. He has a rushing prop. 118 yards, 118 and a half yards, over or under. I think dude's going to run for about 200. Okay? We're going to take Tyler Algier of BYU to go over 118 and a half total yards, all right? That's minus 113 odds, all right? And at minus 12 odds, the kids he goes to school with, the BYU Hoop Squad, they're playing in state at Weber State, okay? And Weber State just doesn't defend enough. They've got an 8-2 record or whatever, but it's bloated because the two P5 schools they played, they got cracked. They got cracked by like 15, 20 each time, all right? So, and BYU, they kind of got tested last week at Creighton. We kind of knew that they wasn't going to go in there and just whoop on Creighton. They were in for a brawl, and Creighton beat them pretty soundly, too, by like 12. Looking for BYU to get some get back today, all right? We're going to take BYU minus 5.5 at Weber State, all right? So let's recap. Okay, college football, Liberty and Eastern Michigan. We're going to take Liberty minus 6. Utah State and Oregon State, we're taking Utah State plus 12, and we're taking that game to go over 60. Okay? BYU college football against UAB, the University of Alabama at Birmingham Blazers. We're going to take BYU running back Tyler Algier to go over 118 and a half rushing yards. And his schoolmates, BYU college basketball, we're going to take them minus 5.5 at Weber State, all right? So there you have it. Let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous. And remember, check out the podcast, Anchor.fm, Spotify, what's it called? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, TuneIn Podcasts. Like I said, about 10 different places you can find it, all right? Don't forget, subscribe to this channel. Hit this channel. I come in here Saturdays and Sundays. Every other day, Tuesday or Thursday through Monday, you can find me on the podcast, all right? But everything's free. Everything's free. There's no fees or nothing like that. Just, you might be entertained, but I prefer that you win a bag, all right? But there you have it. Let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other. And we'll be back tomorrow here and on the podcast and on Instagram at Biggie Rothstein. Biggie Rothstein is my Twitter. At Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIE ROTHSTEIN. Instagram is at Fame_Rothstein, FAME_ROTHSTEIN. Or you can go to my backup page where we toast and pay tribute to Larry Merchant with the name, the former HBO boxing commentator. The Betting Public, at Betting Public, BETTINGPUBLIC. Or you can email me, FameRothstein@yahoo.com, FAMEROTHSTEIN, all right? But there you have it. Let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous. Remember the hashtag EFP, every fucking pick. And remember, it's bucket low like fuck it, though, all right? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Holler.